Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Aja Fatoumata Tambajang, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of the National Assembly here present, religious leaders, business leaders, managing directors and head of institutions, GCCI presidents past and present, board members and staff of GCCI, invited guests from neighboring countries, and the members of the press here present, the entire Gambian business community, and the public listening to us, not forgetting the Gambians in the diaspora, who are one of the major contributors to our economy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols respectfully observed. It is with great humility and deep sense of responsibility and a source of pride for myself, my family, friends, and employees of the entire Q Group that I accept this great privilege. This GCCI dinner has multiple significance, not only for me as the guest speaker, but the entire country, both public and private. It is significant as it marks 3 points. The Golden Jubilee of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and 50 years of continuity in Africa is a rarity. 2, it coincides with the first democratic transition of power that signals the beginning of a new Gambia. And thirdly, this is the first opportunity by the business community to communicate with the new government and celebrate the advent of the new Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, this task would rest on my shoulder to engage the new president, and his government is indeed a privilege, but also a great responsibility. Your Excellency, sir, we are also heartened that for the first time, our president is coming from the private sector. I remembered when we met you with the past presidents of the chamber, Mr. Abdoulaye Baksture, reminded us in the gathering that our first president was from the civil service, the second was from the military, but the current one is from the business community. He was a businessman. I have no doubt understand that the numerous challenges facing this important sector will be understood by our president. So I'm certain you know that when the business community invites you, Mr. President, to a dinner, that it was not going to be only food and drinks on the table, but also on the menu, we have our concerns and wishes. As our eminent guest, I assure you, Mr. President, that even the most bitter issues will be coated with ice cream so that you can digest them easily. In commemoration of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry's 50 years anniversary celebration, I accepted to take the challenge to speak here for 3 reasons. 1, the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry over the past years have done well in championing the Gambian private sector and have achieved significant milestones. 2, I would have the opportunity to add my voice to the development of the private sector in the new Gambia, which I believe all of us are prepared to participate in. And 3, I love the topic which was selected by the past presidents, which is our theme for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the economic transformation of Gambia's business empowerment, and I will add to the topic in the new Gambia. The topic I am giving to talk on is very complex, long and mouthful. In simple terms, I'll be talking about how we can transform the Gambia's economy in a positive way, empowering businesses. When I say Gambian businesses, I mean all the businesses within or outside of the Gambian territory which have a significant impact on our economy and our people. Ladies and gentlemen, business impacts the economy of any country in three significant ways. One, tax paid to the state to enable the operation of public services. Two, employees that use their income to feed their families and in doing so pay more taxes. And three, investments that increase national assets and drive more employment and more taxes. The topic at hand seems a simple one in the ears of young entrepreneurs, but a difficult one if you understand the current business dynamics and the politics of the global business environment. We all agree that in order to have a meaningful transformation of any country's economy, the empowerment and participation of its local business is the fundamental pillar. No country will prosper without a strong private sector. When we talk about local private sector, we are also talking about ownership by Gambians or residents in the Gambia. We can give examples of the participation of citizens in economic development and how they have transformed economies that were as poor as our own. These examples include Singapore, China, Dubai. Remember, we used to have the saying, Gambia is Singapore of Africa. The One China model, the much talked about Dubai model, where, ladies and gentlemen, 50% ownership of any business in Dubai has to be owned by a citizen of the Emirate. Donald Trump has explicitly showed the whole world their true intention with the recent Make America First advocacy. America, China, and India have all championed a buy local policy and the protection of local industry through tariffs and other measures. The EU protection of their farmers is also an example of this. It is an open secret that even to access financing now from any of these developed countries for infrastructural development or otherwise, it is a condition that all materials and sometimes even labor has to come from them. Are these few examples not enough to guide us in this country, I ask? I ask the question. In our local Wolof language, there is a proverb which says, I like myself does not mean I don't like you. I strongly believe that all prosperous countries in the world believe in this fundamental business principle of empowering the local indigenous businesses, as they are the same businesses which will plow back 90% of what they are making in their businesses to the country in the form of opening more businesses, building homes, and even creating charities to make the lives of citizenry better. Your Excellency, sir, ladies and gentlemen, we believe in Gambianization, and our policies should be seen to encourage the philosophy. Just like Trump saying, Americans first, in today's new Gambia, we are pleased that President Adama Barrow is also advocating for Gambia first. We are just learning from our big brothers. Let us stop having the notion that anything good should be foreign and develop a notion that Gambians can do it if given opportunity. Yes, the Q group did it just because we were giving the opportunity. QCell was giving the 4th GSM license and we proved ourselves. Today we are number one, we innovate and others follow with just 2 expatriates in the team. We were giving a banking license and we proved ourselves again. We took Ajib Bank from a big multinational banking institution like Finbank and FCMB Bank in a state of near bankruptcy and turned it around within 18 months to be one of the profitable banks in the Gambia with no expatriate. We came in and did it, ladies and gentlemen. To the surprise of all, this year, Ajib Bank partnered with Gambia Groundnut Corporation and financed the entire groundnut purchase in the country, and farmers were paid their entire sales without any credit notes. Ladies and gentlemen, there are also many other Gambians working hard in their different disciplines and making changes despite all odds. Mr. Idrissa Job took over 2 almost bankrupt multinational companies in the Gambia, Eltin and Total, to form Atlas, which is one of the biggest Gambian energy company today. Mr. Hadim Gai, from having a small fashion shop in Albert Market, has proven himself in the road construction arena, Mr. Mustafa Njai Taf, on my side here, has proven himself in the housing sector. Mr. Freddie Blaine has proven himself in the hotel industry. I can go on and on. The important thing about local success story is that it shows the young generation that they can also become entrepreneurs. It shows the young people that one can earn from entrepreneurship as much as you can earn being a doctor, a lawyer, a civil servant, and anybody else. More importantly, entrepreneurs not only employ themselves, they employ thousands others. The Gambia indigenous businessmen only need your trust, ladies and gentlemen, and your partnership. Gambian businessmen and technocrats are all over the world making impact. It is a great opportunity in the new Gambia to transform our minds and our economic policies to empower ourselves. This is the only way we can prosper. It is not fair to go to any country, ladies and gentlemen, with empty hands, making millions, and you do not leave any trace. Many of the so-called investors that come to our country and swarming our country are most of them briefcase agents who would seek that you give them advances to buy books for our children when we can buy them directly, to buy fuel without investing in the outlets, to manage our institutions without building their own. We need to interact together, to know each other, to build a better world. I heed my late father, Imam Mas, just advice. He said to me, if you do not interact with your relatives, friends, or neighbors, you will not understand their situation. I send my kids on holidays to my village, Fas Umar Saho, not only to learn the Quran, but to know how people live in that end of our country. We hate to be used, ladies and gentlemen, and to be laughed at. We want to be partners for development. We should understand that where one gets his peace is his home. Mr. President, Cabinet Ministers, I would like to take a few moments to bore you with figures to be able to understand our current situation and why we are not moving as a country. The 100 biggest taxpayers in this country carry more than 80% of government revenue. This shows that there is a heavy burden of taxation on the real economy, and in addition to this, we have one of the highest interest rates in the world because of government borrowing. In terms of profits, the situation is different. The big profit generators are expatriating most of their profits out of the country, and in industry where the tax obligation is not easy to track. How much of this profit stays in the country to develop our people? I believe, ladies and gentlemen, less than 30%. The rest of the 70% goes out of this country. With this percentage, we will never develop our country. Looking at the employment numbers, most of these sectors, apart from tourism, employ very few Gambians, and most of their senior managers or top staff are not even Gambians. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take me wrong. I have no issues with companies making big money, but I have an issue with any company, whether Gambian or non-Gambian, which is repatriating 90% of its profit generated from this small country. No country in this world accepts these types of businesses anymore. Even the Singapores you're talking about, China, Dubai, United States of America, who act as reference models to the rest of the world.